Hey guys, this is the Geek, the Nerd, and the Tangent, and we just got out of Solo, a Star Wars story. We're sitting in a car, and this is our first reactions. We're going to hold off from spoilers this time and just let you guys know what we think.
And Brett
First
and Matt
impression.
need a haircut.
Yeah, they do. They're a bunch of hippies.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
True. Okay.
The hippies are cool.
Okay, so
I think we need some oxygen in here. We're in Erich's
we're in Eric's little car.
compact vehicle.
I got the windows open.
At the window.
You do?
Yeah, I got one. You can
One
look out
window?
the
One,
Oh.
window's,
Speaking of hair,
one window's not enough. My lungs need more
And
oxygen.
we're joined with my wife Holly and Matt's wife Chelsea.
hello. I liked Han's hair.
Han's hair was great. I would love that hair.
It's got
That's
some
my
good hair.
that's my first impression. I'm like, that's better than Harrison Ford's hair. I want that hair.
He reminded me of He didn't remind me of Han. He reminded me of like a.
He did not remind you of Harrison Ford. because
No,
was
he
not
reminded me of
Harrison
Captain
Ford.
Kirk. Like the Kirk. He could have easily.
Chris Pine?
Yeah, Chris Pine, and they could have easily switched out the roles. I think.
Yeah,
So I think that is the first question we need to address was the casting a good, did they go with the right guy, basically?
With Lando.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Donald Glover
Yeah,
was.
Donald Glover was.
And I think he was the only one who was trying to do an impression of Billy D. I think all the other,
Yeah.
all the other characters. Chewie was perfect.
Yeah.
Even though it was
Chewie.
Chewie's Chewie, and then Alden Ehrenreich, I thought did a good. I got lost in his character. I was fine. I think the movie doesn't strike the same nostalgic chord as all the other movies have. So I come out of it not feeling the same way as I did about like Rogue One.
Rogue One, interesting. It is a different feel than Rogue One.
It is,
Yeah.
similar.
I think because Rogue One had more of the Empire. This didn't focus at all on the Empire, which was kind of fine, but I wanted more of it.
It expanded on the criminal side where Han Solo comes. Yes, plenty of evil.
Out on the fringe a little bit more and very gritty, but
It was gritty.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
it had some continuity. I like that it had continuity with the other movies, like things tie in from other movies. You know?
There's a lot of things in it. I think if you go into it, you need to get over the Harrison Ford thing
Yeah, you
quickly,
do.
and you do get over it quickly. I was wrapped up in the story. I think the first parts are my favorite parts, actually.
Yeah, I have to say, like, the casting, as far as I'm concerned, it's not a big deal for me. Like, yeah, he doesn't pull off a Harrison Ford, but no one pulls off a Harrison Ford.
No.
I mean, you could have someone act like Harrison Ford, but it's just going to take you out of it because you're going to be comparing his performance to his imitation of Harrison Ford the whole time. So it's better, I think, that they went the way that they did. You know, I'm kind of eating my words a little bit from before. I think when we talked about Solo that I had misgivings about him as Solo, but I think he did fine. I don't think there was any issue with the casting.
So did you, Matt? Because you were saying this is the movie that nobody wanted, kind of a thing.
No, I don't think it was.
Well, I think everybody wanted, but it's a movie that didn't need to be necessarily made because Han Solo as a mystery, we knew his origin story for us was the first Star Wars movie, kind of a thing.
Right.
Do you still have those same feelings after this movie?
Yeah, that's a good question. I actually found myself thinking about that while watching the movie, that I had to eat my words a little bit because I think I enjoyed this movie more than Rogue One, and I think I might have enjoyed it. I mean, I definitely enjoyed it more than Episode 7, and I might have had a funner time watching it.
It was a fun movie
than Episode 8.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
they told a good story. I mean, that's one thing I liked. I didn't feel like nothing. I never was taken out of the movie like, oh, why did they do this? I mean, I was happy with the story, and I walked away and like, oh, that was a good movie. I didn't feel confused. I didn't feel like they just did stuff for the plot of things. Things made sense.
Which is impressive considering all the issues that they had, you know, switching directors and Ron Howard having to take over and all of that. I didn't feel confused during the movie. I didn't feel that, I guess, transition between the directors. I don't know, did you guys notice anything?
I didn't.
No, I think the movie all felt the same. It didn't seem like, I think they with Ron Howard on board and everything, I think they put together the movie they wanted. I really do think they did that. Yeah. So, any other thoughts, Eric? Any thoughts, Holly?
No,
No?
I'm good.
No? You good? Chelsea?
I think I liked it about as well as Rogue One, maybe a little better, but I like 7 and 8 better because it's more Star Wars. This has a Star Wars feel too, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I just had a really good time watching this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's a good popcorn flick. Actually good, not just like let's go watch a Transformers movie or something. I actually haven't watched any of those. But I just had a really good time watching it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought the characters were interesting. I thought they kept you on your toes until the very end. Trying to figure out what the motivations and everything was behind each and every character. I thought they did a good job with that, and I had a good time with it overall.
Okay, my final thoughts are that it is definitely a fun movie, character driven, with Han Solo from the beginning to the end, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll dive deeper into it in our full episode coming up soon.
In our spoiler review, I've got a few issues, but they're spoiler ridden, so I don't want to say anything right now. They're not big issues. By all means, go and see this movie because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
it's
fun
fun.
movie.
I mean, the only thing I'd say, I didn't like the droid app. Like, that's the only thing I didn't like.
Didn't like the droid, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you guys will have to watch it to see what Eric is
I
thinking
liked
about.
it.
Yeah,
I like that part.
I think there's a lot of good humor in it,
Yeah, there was good humor.
but we've probably exhausted our thoughts. We're probably going to get into spoilers territory. We'll catch you guys on the next episode
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So
I
see
just
ya.
touched Brett's leg.
We'll see you guys.